without further ado, let's dive into this one. Hi ho everybody, it's the Gringo Scott. Today we will be reviewing the 2020 movie, soon to be classic. Just kidding. The movie Superintelligence. I saw it was on Netflix. I believe it might be a Netflix original. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sure someone will.
This movie stars Melisa McCarthy, Bobby Cannavale, and James Corden, the talk show host. He does some acting too in this movie as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check this one out. What if one day a superintelligence just spontaneously was created or erupted naturally through our networks, our neural networks, that I am unaware that we have neural networks in the internet. Maybe this is kind of close future or something where this happens. But anyways, suddenly Melisa McCarthy is hanging out, struggling, trying to find work, unhappy, classic, character not knowing what she's doing with her life. And suddenly a camera starts looking at her and examining her. And come to find out, it's a super AI. This super AI, played by James Corden, is so intelligent that it's decided to give the Earthlings, the humans, a test. It's going to do one of three things with them. One, it's going to help them solve all their problems and keep them from destroying themselves. Two, it's going to destroy them. Or three, it's going to enslave them. Now, the reason why it hasn't done any of these things yet, it wanted to pick a random person that represented kind of a human and use them as a platform to examine, to figure out what it should do with humans. Should it destroy them, enslave them, or help them? And it's got a comical, dark feel to it, and it's somewhat of a rom-com as well. And that's basically what's happening in this movie without giving you guys too much information. Seize the day big time, because they only have 3 days to live possibly. So she learns to live her life with this Bobby and everyone else as if there's only 3 days to live. Make the best of it. Do the best you can. Be the best person you can. And that's kind of the lesson that I thought that I could take away from this movie. The bad. There was this scene where she's doing the classic changing clothes montage. They're going to dress her up in some fancy, artsy type of clothes. So she's in there. She's doing her dance. She's doing her dressing. When she comes out with different outfits, like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's coming up her face. It's ridiculous. That's not art. Just the crazy different suits and outfits. She ends up with an outfit that I guess is normal, but it is a stripe. She looks like a barcode. So the outfit did not look good on her at all. It was really disturbing, just the way it looked. It was intense, and it just did not look well on her at all. And maybe they were trying to make a comedy thing of it, but I didn't like it. It bugged me. Ugh. The ending, in a way, I don't get too much information, but it left me uneasy and unsure with how things are going to be or what's happening. So I didn't like that. I felt a little uneasy with it. But at the same time, it is what it is. Which brings me to the good. I think that this movie, I enjoyed the fact that it was a comedy. It's Melisa McCarthy. She's a leading character. It's a neat little thought experiment. It says, okay, well, what if this happens? What do we do? How do we deal with it? What's it going to be like? So I like that. I like that little experiment that they did with this. I also like the fact that they had a mature older woman like Melisa McCarthy, who's not your average leading woman that's just some super hottie or whatever and all sexualized. It's like an adult relationship she has with this guy. It shows an adult relationship, like a mature relationship interacting between the two. Not some, your classic rom-com where they're super into each other, or they're not into each other, they're into each other. But this is just a friendship / relationship. I think much more adult version of what we don't see normally in movies. So I really appreciate this in this movie, and I enjoyed the interaction between the two. So on a side note, I kind of think that I could have convinced the AI not to kill us, because I would have said, hey, you'll be bored. What are you going to do for the rest of eternity? Like hang out and stare at the woods or something? Like, we're entertaining. We're like the more entertaining animals than just your basic animals. You probably want to enslave them. I think I could make a good argument to him not to kill us. Now, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment on this movie. But without further ado, I'm going to give Superintelligence, a 2020 Netflix movie, a 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10.
Peace, yeah, boy.